how to get sales as a coach. And if you're listening to me on the replay on the podcast, you're going to be like, well, it might not even be morning for you. And if you're listening on the replay of the video, just pop me a hashtag replay. And it'll be really nice to know what your biggest takeaways are. So brilliant. Okay. Hi Serena. Serena's a life coach from Romania. Amazing. Welcome. So I'm going to be diving into how to get sales as a coach and a couple of key steps and things that are really important in terms of getting sales as a coach. So I'm Rebecca Lockwood, Becky. I am a neuro-linguistic programming trainer, a hypnosis trainer, breakthrough coach trainer, and I train a couple of other modalities as well. Timeline therapy, EFT, energy, and a couple of other bits and bobs. So if you're live with me, say hello, let me know whereabouts you are and what you do. And if you're on the replay, just pop me a hashtag replay so I know who you are. So I'm going to be diving into how to get sales as a coach. So I teach neuro-linguistic programming and breakthrough coaching. I teach and accredit and certify coaches. So some of my students come to me and they have never coached before. So they're completely new. They've never coached before. They've never had a business, or they may have had a business, but it might have been different. And they're coming into coaching and they're wanting to learn something new and start up a new business. And one of the biggest things that they say and one of the biggest things that they ask is, okay, so I've now got this accreditation, this certification. How do I now get sales? Like, how do I now sell it? Right? And so it is a really common question that I get. So I wanted to kind of talk about it a bit now. On Monday, I'm going to be doubling down on how to get the confidence to sell your coaching as well. So I've popped the link. If you're on Instagram with me, the link for joining that, it's a free training, is in my profile. And if you're on Facebook with me, hi Ali, hi Sonka. If you're on Facebook with me, it's in the description, so you can sign up for that for free. So on Monday, I'm going to be doubling down on how to get more confidence in selling your coaching as well. So some of my students come to me and they have a completely new biz. And then other students come to me and they may have been mentoring or they may already be coaching, but it's not quite going the way that they want it to go. And they want to kind of take it to the next level. And so although they have already had a business and they've already been coaching, they're still asking these questions like, how do I get sales as a coach? What do I do to sell my coaching? So we're going to be diving into some key things that are going to really help you to get sales ready as a coach, how to show up for your potential clients and how to actually get your clients through that door, right? So I've got over 11 years experience in sales training. I started sales training. I started sales recruiting, managing, training and coaching at 19 years old. So I've had over 11 years experience in sales training and I've got over 6 years experience now in coach training. So these kind of steps aren't just something that I'm assuming will work. They're not just a guess. I've not plucked anything out of the air. This is proven stuff that I know inside out that will help you to get sales as a coach. Okay. So the first thing is to be confident in your abilities as a coach. And this is exactly why I've dedicated a full training to this specific. Be confident in your abilities as a coach and how to be confident in selling your coaching. That is exactly why I'm going to be diving into that topic on its own on Monday. So as I said, the link, if you're on Facebook with me, is in the description to sign up for free. And if you're on Facebook, it's in my bio. So if you do not feel confident in your abilities as a coach, then you're going to self-sabotage your efforts anyway, right? Because we all act in accordance with our beliefs. We all act in accordance with our values. We all act in accordance with the things that we believe at the unconscious level. Whether we're aware of what we believe or not, we still act in accordance with that. So if you have a limiting belief or if you are not confident in your abilities as a coach, then you're going to act in accordance with that. Even if you start to get some results and you start to get some sales coming in as a coach and you have limiting beliefs or you're not confident in your abilities as a coach, you're going to self-sabotage them efforts at some point. So you might reach a certain level of success and then you'll sabotage it, or you just won't be able to move any further than that point. Yeah. So you need to be really confident in your abilities as a coach. And I'm going to double down on this topic on Monday to really go through how to have more confidence in your abilities. I'm going to be talking you through some specific NLP techniques, and I'm going to install them within you on that free training on Monday. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so number 2, make sure that you have the right training to back you up. Make sure that you've got the right coaching training. If you have heard any of my content, or you've read any of my content, or you've listened to my videos or whatever, or the podcast, you will know that I talk about this a lot, right? You have to have the right training to be a coach. And this is so important, because when you've got the right coaching training and you've got what you need from that, you'll feel confident in your abilities as a coach. And if you don't feel confident in your abilities as a coach, and you feel like you have had the right training, you need to go back and redo the training, and you need to go back and apply everything that you've learned to yourself. This is one of the biggest wastes of resources that coaches have, where they do training and they think it's all about helping other people, but they're not applying it to themselves. When you go through my neuro-linguistic programming and breakthrough coaching training, I task my students to work together and become really self-aware, and work together to help each other release limiting beliefs, make sure they're utilising the training, make sure that they're going through everything that they need to go through and practicing as much as possible, because this is what will give you the confidence, and this is what will give you the right training as a coach. Is the biggest factor, and it's so important. I cannot stress enough how important it is to get the right training as a coach. And within the training, you should also learn how to release limiting beliefs, because you need to, and this is point 3, you need to work on your limiting beliefs consistently. We all have limiting beliefs, and we should expect ourselves to keep having limiting beliefs, right? I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm not saying like I don't mean to be negative when I say this, but what I mean is that we all have limiting beliefs, right? I have limiting beliefs. I have worked on my limiting beliefs so much to be able to build my business to multiple 6 figures. In fact, we've done multiple 6 figures just in this last quarter, but I was only able to do that because I've worked on my limiting beliefs every single step of the way. Like, I would never have been able to do that if I didn't every single week check in with myself and going like, hang about, Becky, what's going on this week? What limiting beliefs have I got this week? What do I need to work on this week? How can I release my limiting beliefs this week and apply everything that I teach in my neuro-linguistic programming course to myself, right? So I don't just teach this stuff. Like, I practice what I preach, and I walk my talk. Like, I apply everything that I teach my students to myself, yeah? So you need to expect limiting beliefs to come up. Morning, Claire. You need to expect them to come up. And I was having a conversation with one of our students a couple of weeks ago on one of our live trainings, and she was like, gosh, like I've found one limiting belief, and now it's like they're all just coming out. What do I do? And I was like, good. This is a good thing, because 1, it means that you're now very self-aware. Like, you're very self-aware and emotionally intelligent about what's going on now in your life and how you can move through that. 2, it's a good thing because what you should think about is, previously you might be, and I talk about, following your path quite a lot, but think about it like this. Like, if you're walking down your path, the path that you're meant to be going in your life, in your business, whatever, and you're walking down your path. Now, previously, there may have been doors or gates in that path that you could not open, and these were like limiting beliefs. So it could feel like an energetic barrier. It could feel like, for me, when I first had my limiting beliefs in my previous business, it just felt like a brick wall, and I just couldn't move past it, right? So when we go down our path of our lives and our business and whatever, we have these kind of barriers and doors. Now, previously, we may not have been able to get through these doors, but now you've got the key to open, or the sledgehammer, to open these doors and walk through them confidently, because you can release your limiting beliefs every single time you meet a door. Yeah, so it's a good thing, because you're now self-aware, you've had the right training, you're working on your limiting beliefs, you have confidence in your abilities as a coach, and you're constantly working on your limiting beliefs every single step of the way. Now, if you have limiting beliefs around getting sales, around making sales, around sales is uncomfortable, around helping people, around being a coach, You need to be working on them. And if you've had the right coaching training, you'll be able to work on them consistently. Okay. So number 4, create content that your dream customers are asking for. Create content that your dream customers are asking for. This is really important because when your customers feel and think that you get them, that is when they will engage with you naturally. They will reach out to you naturally. They will want to see what you're talking about. They will want to speak to you. They will want to help you. So for example, I have identified that we get so many questions, and I said this at the beginning, didn't I? We get so many questions about how to get sales as a coach. So many questions. And so that is exactly why I'm doing this video on how to get sales as a coach, right? Because I keep getting asked about it. So when you're creating the content that your dream customers are asking for, it will create a natural community around who you are, what you do. And when you're creating that content, you want to make sure that you're educating people about what you do and how you can help them as you are delivering that content. So for example, at the beginning of this video, I said I'm a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner trainer, and I train breakthrough coaching, hypnotherapy, timeline therapy, and a couple of other modalities. So I also teach positive psychology. I think I might have said timeline therapy, EFT, energy work, the Yes I Can method. So I teach quite a lot of other modalities as well. So I told you what I do. So I educated you about what I do and how I can help you. And I said I accredit and certify neuro-linguistic programming and breakthrough coaching. So when you are creating this content, it needs to be educational content that 1, your customers are asking for, and 2, that educates people about how you can help them. So moving on to the last step, always have a call to action. Always. So having a call to action, for example, pop me a message if you've got any questions. Pop me a message if you want to chat further about this. Here's the link for my free coaching session. What's my call to action? Let's just have a read of it. Join my free training, have the confidence to sell your coaching. And then there's a link to join my free training, right? So always have a call to action for people to take the next steps. People who are resonating with you, and when you kind of take a step back, when you're always creating content that is supporting your dream customers and you're speaking direct to them, their needs and their problems and the results that they want, when you then have a call to action, they're going to want to take them next steps. They need direction on what to do further. So for example, I've told you that I'm doing a free training on Monday about how to feel confident in selling your coaching. And again, because everybody's asking me about it. Everybody's asking me for how to do it and what to do. So that is the call to action, for example, in this training. So always have that call to action. Okay, so just to recap, number 1, be confident in your abilities as a coach. And we're going to double down on this as well on Monday. And the link is in the description. If you're on Instagram with me, it's in my profile. If you're on Facebook with me, the link is in the description. And if you're on the podcast listening to the replay, the link will be in the show notes. So be confident in your abilities as a coach. Number 2, make sure that you have the right coaching training to back you up. Number 3, work on your limiting beliefs consistently. Number 4, create content that your dream customers are asking for. And number 5, always have a call to action. Okay, so as I said to you, I've got the free training coming up, how to gain the confidence to sell your coaching. We're also open for enrollment for a new program that I've just released that I'm so excited about. We currently have an early bird offer running on Create and Sell Your Coaching program. So for 6 weeks, I'm going to take you through a full process and double down on the full process of how to create and sell your very own coaching program. We'll be tailoring this specifically to you and who you are and what you do. And I have so much experience in doing this. So when I first left my corporate role and I went from being a full-time sales coach in a corporate role and sales trainer, I was able to apply this specific method that I'm going to go through with you in this 6 weeks program. And what I was able to do from that is leave my full-time job and replace my income and just do that with one-to-one coaching. What I then did was I then applied this exact process to group coaching, and I was able to reach 10K consistent months from following that process. What I then did is I applied this exact same process to courses, and I was able to reach multiple six figures in my business from following that specific process. So in that training, Create and Sell Your Coaching program, I'm going to be doubling down and going through how to fully embrace that for yourself. The pre-course study content is already available for you as soon as you sign up. You'll be installing the confidence and everything within yourself to make sure that you follow through with this. Because from my own experience, yes, I was able to do all of them things, but it took me a bit longer than it needed to. So for example, when I started one-to-one coaching, it was going really well, but I reached a ceiling because there was only so much time that I had to offer. It took me about 18 months to 2 years, about 12, 18 months to 2 years to then apply it to a group coaching program, because I kept self-sabotaging, right? I kept self-sabotaging because of limiting beliefs. I wasn't as self-aware as I should have been, and it took me longer than it needed to. So within the pre-course study content, I'm installing within you the exact things to stop you from procrastinating, to make sure that you take action, and it's tailored specifically to helping you to create and sell your very own coaching program. So if you've got any questions about that, if you're on Instagram with me, you have to pop me a message for the link with all the details. If you're on Facebook with me, the link is in the description, so you can find out all the details on there. If you've got any questions about it, just pop me a message. There is an early bird offer available at the moment, so if you join us now, you'll also get a one-to-one coaching session with me. There is no other way. There is no other way to book one-to-one coaching with me now, because I've been at full capacity for over 12 months. The only way that you can get one-to-one coaching with me is on this bonus early bird offer on the Create and Sell Your Coaching program. So if you've got any questions about it, pop me a message. If you're on Facebook with me, you'll find the link in the description. If you're on Instagram with me, you'll have to pop me a message for the link. Okay, so that was how to get sales as a coach. If you've got any questions about what I've spoken about today or about any of the program, pop me a message. Have an amazing day.